Petcher Bay, and today we are going to learn how to crochet from beginning. So what I've got here are 3 starting stitches. Well, really this one's called a chain stitch. It's more of a foundation chain, but we'll learn that in a second. A single crochet and a double crochet. The first thing you need to learn to do is what's called a slip stitch, and that is whenever you turn your hands in this position and we want to flip our yarn over. We want to make an X. When we make an X, we're going to bring our hook straight through the middle here, and this part's a little tricky. We're going to grab this top piece with your hook and pull it through. So you're just pulling it under, not taking anything else with you. Sorry, let me try again. Whoop. Here's your X, and we're only going to take this one through. Nothing else goes through. And then you pull. And then to tighten this, we want to pull your small, what's called a tail, and then that tightens it. Also, another way to do this, I found with children or super total beginners, is to just grab it with your hand like it's a hook, because it's kind of hard to work it as a hook. So you would just grab it like this and pull it, put it on your hook, and pull your little tail up. And then you have what's called your little starting hoop. And what I'm going to do now is teach you how to do your chain stitch or your foundation chain. This is your first one that you always do, what you're going to build on. And what we're going to do here is yarn over. And we're going to grab this on our hook for beginners. We're going to put it, we need it to go over what they call yarned over. We want this to go over it. So we're going to yarn over, grab this piece, and the first one's being caught by the hook here, and this one's going to go over that one. And this is the best thing to practice when you're beginners, to yarn over is what they call it, and pull through. Keeping one on you should have one after you're done on your hook at all times. And it's the last one you hoop over becomes its own little hoop. I'm going to show you that again. Yarn over, get this one. Hopefully you can get it to where your hook can catch this first one, so that you can just go under it with that one. Alright, and then that's what is called a chain stitch. What we're going to learn next, and to pull anything out, you would just pull the longer piece of your string. This is called your tail. You usually leave that and you pull that, and it takes all your work out, or if you mess up, you can pull it out to where you need to start. The next one I'm going to show you is the single crochet. For that, we're going to do the same thing we just did. We're going to start with our little slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is a pattern that is pretty basic, but anytime you're doing this, you always want to skip your first 2 stitches. So we're going to skip these first two chains. So you go over 1, 2, you want to go into this third one, just stick your hook in there. After you've done that, you should have 2 on your hoop. You should have your first hoop, and then you've went straight through the middle of this chain space. You're gonna yarn over, and if you can keep all that on your hook good, you want to pull this over here. So it's kind of like that chain stitch we did, but we're doing it with this middle piece, and the first one right here that we just yarned over needs to stay on your hook. So we're going to yarn that over, and that should be 2 on your hook. When you have 2 on your hook, the pattern is almost over. You're going to yarn over again, and this one is going to go under these 2. So these 2 are going to go over this yarn over. So I'm going to pick it up, pull it over, and pick it up and pull it over. I wouldn't worry about the tension of your work just yet. I would really work on getting the rhythm down, because your tension and how nice it looks is going to come in time. I made mine pretty loose here, and right here is just how I would normally do it. So you see it looks a lot different, so yours is probably going to look a lot different as well. So now what I'm going to do is also another tricky part is looking at these chain stitches. You have to see which one you don't have anything in. Sorry, I'm trying to get it focused for you. Ooh, and that doesn't want to happen maybe if these guys are out of the way. There we go. So now we're going to go into this very next chain stitch that doesn't have anything in it right here, because this one has this in it. See, you can go into this next one with that same, go into our very next one over here. We're going to go straight down the middle, yarn over, and we're going to pull through this one. Needs to go over that yarn over we just did. That way you have two. You have two on your hook. We're going to yarn over, and these two need to go under this one. So this one, over this one, sorry. So this is going to go right here. See if I can get a good angle. If you can't figure out how to use your hook yet, using your hands is fine. You can pick two of them up, and as long as they go over this hoop, as long as they go over this yarn over, you should be fine. So do that again as you go into this very next stitch, watching out. So you can kind of pull it, you can see this hole has something in it. You want to go into the very next one. When you do that, you'll have two on your yarn, two on your work, and you want to yarn over, go over this one, yarn over, and go through two. So you're going straight into here, then you're yarning over, pulling this one out so you can see what you're doing. And once you have your work in front of you, and yarn over and pull through these two. And you would do that all the way across. And that is a single crochet. And now I'm going to teach you the double crochet. And I'm just going to pull it out about this much to where you have 10 chains. Now that we have our slip stitch done and 10 chains, what I'm going to do is now you have to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go into your 4th chain on the hook with your double crochet. This is very similar to your single crochet, but to begin, instead of going straight into here, you want to yarn over first, go into this 4th chain on your hook, on your work. You want to yarn over. You should have 3. Now yarn over and get this one off. This is your chain. We want to get your chain off of the hook. Then you'll have 3. Yarn over. I want you to take these two over this one, just like that. And I want you to yarn over and take the last 2 out of that. So I want you to yarn over, go into this very next stitch. You should have 3 on your hook. Should yarn over, get the chain stitch off your hook to start. Once you have 3, you yarn over, pull 2 over, yarn over, pull 2. And so I'm going to show you that again. Yarn over, go into this middle piece. You're going to yarn over. It naturally falls after a while of crocheting and getting the rhythm in, so I don't really have to worry about that every time. You want to take the chain stitch off your hook, yarn over. These two need to go over, yarn over. These two need to go over this one as well. And I have more videos to show you these each separately too. If you want to check them out on my channel, that way you can learn even closer up. Because I know this video, the focus is kind of weird on the camera. It's really hard to crochet and get a nice focus, but yeah, but that's how you would do your 3 main chain and your 2 main stitches you'll do for just about anything you do. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe so I can keep doing what I'm doing, and have a good day.